Yeah, so the first one that we have here is a Spring Street ditch culvert replacement. Spring Street ditch runs parallel with 41 and it ties into Katy Marsh ditch. Right by, I'm using landmarks, I guess, is Minor Dun. Just to the east of Minor Dun. It takes in a lot of water from Highland and Cherville. We have two culverts that have collapsed. Lake County is gonna take the lead on this. And they're looking for $73,000 for us. And who's speaking for anyone?
He's online.
Oh, they're online.
Yes,
Hey.
Joe.
It's your show. Go ahead, Joe.
All right, I'm going to share my PowerPoint here. Okay. Start from the beginning. Can you guys see my screen?
We can.
You can?
We can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I'll get going. So first off, thank you to the commission for having me tonight to present. My name is Joe Wilk. I work at Christopher Burke Engineering, and I'm here on behalf of the Lake County Surveyor's Office and Lake County Drainage Board for construction funding requests for the Spring Street Ditch culvert replacement. You can see on my map here that this is located just southeast of Indianapolis Boulevard, and I believe that is, you can see on my screen here, all this 45th Street. So if you see my cursor, Spring Street Ditch runs south to north through here in Highland. So project overview, replacement of a failing culvert onto the Spring Street Ditch. Local sponsor, as I said, Lake County Drainage Board. It's within the Katy Marsh Ditch watershed. Spring Street Ditch feeds into that. For the 2021 comprehensive plan for the commission, failing culverts along Spring Street Ditch were noted to be a priority. So this is one of them. And estimated start and completion for construction, hoping to do sometime later this summer. This is a photo of the culvert on the upstream end along Spring Street. Some more existing conditions. It's regulated drain right from the Lake County Surveyor's Office. And as you can see on this photo, this is me standing in the middle of the channel. It is, the bottom's corroding out. We have some flow lines getting up about halfway, and it's seen better days. I was looking at aerials the other day, and it looks to be like it was installed likely in the late 1970s. So we're approaching 50 years, and that's about a typical lifespan of a culvert. So some of the problems, again, failing, restricting flow, conveyance during storm events. Any type of failure in a culvert could increase flood risks to surrounding businesses and local roadways in this area. And as we all know, each year it seems like there's greater runoff from urban areas, and our rainfall rates are rising. So we want to make sure we get this culvert properly restored in the near future. This is a photo from the top. There's 3 driveways that go overhead, and there are sinkholes forming due to the loss of the structural integrity of the pipe. I actually walked through this pipe, and there's some parts where it's starting to collapse in. So proposed improvements: we want to remove that failing circular culvert and actually install a slightly upsized from a 72-inch circular to a 70-inch equivalent pipe arch due to the lack of cover that it currently has. That's why those sinkholes are forming. There's only less than a foot of cover between top of pavement and the top of pipe. So a pipe arch will give us a little bit more cover, closer to 2 feet. And also embed that culvert per IDEM standards to help with stream continuity, give that 6 inches of sand, gravel on the bottom, like in this photo, and as well as stabilize banks on the upstream and downstream end to help. There's some erosion just on the downstream side where the culvert outlet is. So some elements, I basically just said, removing that culvert, that 6-inch substrate, and then some site restoration for those driveways and the grassed areas on top for this property. Project benefits: we're getting a slightly upsized culvert, which would be great for hydraulic capacity, convey flood waters on a day such like today. Again, reduce that flood risk to surrounding areas. And that 6-inch natural bottom actually it helps with fish and wildlife passage, but also protects the culvert bottom from corrosion, like we've seen in a lot of other culverts in the one at hand. So hoping to get pretty good lifespan on this new culvert. Now the project is been approved to go to bid, seek bids. So we don't have the low bid yet, but the total estimated construction cost is roughly $182,500. Funding amount requested from locale is $73,000. Share a total project cost of $40,000. So thank you, and I'll take questions.
I've got a few. Is this out to bid yet?
No,
But it's fully designed?
correct.
Is there a reason you guys didn't go with the concrete box culvert?
The price on that goes up quite exponentially.
Okay.
And we've seen a lot of these lower trafficked driveways such as this. These contacts the company that does a lot of these corrugated metal pipes.
Mhm.
We've had quite success on the past and more lower trafficked roadways and driveways.
Because it's just a driveway.
Correct.
And you had mentioned, is this a regulated drain?
Correct. Regulated drain for the Drainage Board, Lake County.
And how big of a bigger capacity? You say you're increasing the size of the drain
So right now it's
percentage wise?
So I'm not good at simple math here, but we're going from a 28 square foot opening to a 30 square foot opening.
Okay.
So nothing drastic, but definitely a benefit. And there's restrictions upstream and downstream of here. So until all successive culverts each way were to be upsized.
And when do you anticipate going out for bid?
In the next week or two.
Okay. That's all the questions I have. Anybody else?
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
No.
Levon, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Good presentation, Joe. Appreciate it. What's the material spec comparison from the existing one versus this one being proposed? Are they both just plain steel, or is it this one stainless steel?
It's aluminum. It's a corrugated metal pipe or aluminum. And then they, back in the 70s, they just whatever seemed like was on the back of the truck, they probably installed. Nowadays, you galvanize the metal with a coating to help with longevity. So it's definitely much better material than what is currently out there.
Okay. And do you have an estimated lifespan versus the 50 years, what this one would be?
Probably I'd call it the 50 to 75 year range is usually what. And again, this culvert is past its lifespan, as you see the photo from inside. So right now, I'm estimating it's around 45 years old. It probably should have been replaced a few years ago.
Okay. All right, that was all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Thank you very much.